well, it's great to be here on a beautiful day in Washington. Fastcase's headquarters are about a mile away from here in the Penn Quarter, so it's a pretty short hop over for us. This is one of the coolest things in the world for our team at Fastcase. We got started in 1999 with the idea to democratize the law and to make legal research more powerful and more beautiful and easier to use. The second part is what I'm talking to you about today, but I think it's worth saying a note about the first part as well. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the new version of Fastcase, which is called Fastcase 7. But I want to really underscore the importance of the partnership with the DC Bar to democratize the law, to make sure more people have meaningful access to the law was very important to us. We weren't in this to make the world's last dollar. If we made a lot of money, and we were a triopoly instead of a duopoly, that would be a failure for us. So it is really our partnership with bar associations like the DC Bar that make Fastcase really work for us. The DC Bar pays us one heavily discounted volume price so that everyone in the DC Bar can get access to Fastcase. By the way, just a show of hands, how many of you have heard of Fastcase before? My totally new audience. And how many of you have ever used Fastcase before? Okay, awesome, that's good. So Fastcase in its current form has been around really since about 2003, which in software terms is like forever. So there's a refresh of Fastcase coming up that I'm going to introduce today called Fastcase 7. As a lawyer, I can say this, we don't typically as a profession like our cheese moved. We learn the software, we don't want to really mess around with it too much. So the transition into Fastcase 7 is going to be slow. You search it the same way you search Fastcase 6. If you know how to use Fastcase today, it'll make very good sense to you in the future. So today I'm just going to highlight a few things that are going to be new in Fastcase 7. You'll start to see it rolled into your benefit over the course of the spring and the summer, okay? All right, first, just like your current Fastcase, we have applied the same most powerful price in the world to Fastcase 7, which is free. You get this as part of your membership in the DC Bar. To get into Fastcase, you'll do like you always do. Go to the DC Bar website. You'll click the Fastcase button in the bottom left-hand corner, and that logs you directly into Fastcase automatically. Lost your password? We would love to help you with it, but we can't. The DC Bar doesn't give us your passwords. You're always logging in through the DC Bar. So in kind of like a password Miranda, if you do not have a password, one will be provided for you by the DC Bar. What's new about Fastcase 7? Well, I think one of the first things is something that's true in both Fastcase 6 and 7, which is there's more. Our benefit with the DC Bar was originally a DC benefit where you would get DC law, the U.S. Supreme Court, DC Circuit. Now, as of about a few months ago, the DC Bar member benefit is nationwide. So you get all 50 states, cases, statutes, regs, court rules, constitutions, the full shooting match included in your Fastcase benefit. And we've worked with the DC Bar to include deeper DC materials as well. So we've included new libraries as a part of your DC Bar member benefit, including now the DC Court of Appeals rules, DC Superior Court rules, rules of practice and procedure for the DC Office of Administrative Hearings, Code of Ethics, formal opinions by DC Corporation Councils, forms from the DC Court of Appeals and the OAH, as well as DC Bar ethics opinions. So this is a very deep collection of DC Bar materials, and this is only available through your membership in the DC Bar. Some of you have had memberships through other bar associations as well. You're also a member of the Virginia Bar, the Maryland Bar, the New York State Bar. You can't get these deeper DC materials through those. You have to use your DC Bar member benefit to get access to the deeper DC collection. Okay, new to Fastcase 7 is the ability to search everything at once. Currently in Fastcase, if you're searching cases, you are only searching cases, and you can't search statutes as well. So in Fastcase 7, you can search everything all at once. You can search DC cases and statutes, the code, administrative regulations, rules, everything all at once, and then filter it down after your search. You can see up here, these are some facets on the side. once you've run your search, you can check these boxes and filter down to really just what you're looking for.
Do you have the federal cases also?
The question is, do you have the federal cases also? The answer is yes. All of them. Okay. How many nerds in the room, by the way, other than me? I see Jack in the back. All right. So a couple of years ago, the web changed a little bit in that you went from paged search results where you get 1 through 20 to this kind of infinite scroll. You know what I'm talking about? Some people find this encouraging and great because you don't have to go next page, next page, next page. Some people have a deep sense of dread because you can sort of never get to the bottom. So in Fastcase, we've combined both the greatness and the dread of infinite scrolling. We've added that to the search results. So for the first time, instead of paging to the next page of results and the next page of results, they're all in a single list. So instead of saying, I want result number 3 from the first page and result number 33 from the second page and result number 133 from the 16th page, and paging back and forth between them, they're all in a single page of results, which is nice. It should save you time and a lot of back and forth. Also in Fastcase 7 is this semantic tag cloud. Don't worry about the word semantic. It really just means a topic, right? I won't geek out quite so badly. Now when you run a search, in the bottom left-hand corner of Fastcase 7, there is this topical tag cloud that tells you all the topics that are used in your search results. If you're like me, you've run searches in the past where you get a bunch of different meanings for the same word, or you'll get criminal cases and civil cases when all you want is civil. What this tag cloud allows you to do is to focus in on a particular topic that you care about. So if what you really care about is contract cases dealing with consideration, if you click the word consideration in the tag cloud, it will filter your results and only give you results that deal with that concept. One of the dumbest things we ever did at Fastcase, and I have to take responsibility for this, we built this beautiful interactive timeline visualization of search results. Very compelling, one of the most interesting and powerful ways to view search results. And then we completely hid it so no one will ever find it. We're quite clever. So right now, the interactive timeline sits in a tab behind your search results. But in Fastcase 7, it'll be right in the center of the results page. You can use that timeline or expand it. If you don't like it, if you really just like text-based search results, you can collapse it and move it out of the way. If you really like it, you can expand it and use your whole screen. I got 2 questions here and there. So the question is, if you click a word in the tag cloud, does it filter for cases that use that concept or only that word? And it's a little bit of both. It's mostly the word. We do a little bit of geekery behind the scenes to bring in related concepts where it doesn't actually use that word. But for the most part, it's filtering on the word. Yes, ma'am. The question is Fastcase 7 active already? And the answer is no, not quite yet. So it's just about done, where I checked the oven before I came over here. It's almost cooked. The little popper that pops when the turkey's done is not quite finished. But we'll be rolling it out over the next couple of months. And so this might be a good time to say this. When it's done, we'll do an announcement. You'll see it on the front page of Fastcase like you regularly see it. And there'll be a little toggle in the top right-hand corner. It'll say, Fastcase 6, Fastcase 7. Click the toggle. It will flip you to Fastcase 7. This clever innovation brought to you by Cleo, actually. This was the way Jack and his team did the new version of Cleo, toggling back and forth between the two of them. So we nakedly stole that idea from Jack and Cleo. And what that allows you to do is we're going to move slowly. So if you're used to Fastcase the way it is, you can continue to use it as you do. Toggle to Fastcase 7 to check it out. Use it, get comfortable with it. After a few months, we'll flip it. The default when you log in sometime this fall will be Fastcase 7, but we'll keep that toggle to Fastcase 6. I think that's a long way of saying we're going to move your cheese, but we're going to move it slowly. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm heavily paraphrasing the question. The question was, are you expanding the number of administrative opinions you're going to offer in Fastcase? And will Fastcase be awesomer than the administrative websites the government puts up there? And the answer is yes and yes. Okay. Sir. The question is, what consideration have you given to including pleadings? I would say stay tuned. Maybe a little cryptic about that. I think pleadings are awesome. They're very important. We'd like to include them. We've got a couple of things cooking right now that I can't quite announce yet. Yes, ma'am. Superior Court cases, great question. We have just entered an agreement to begin including those with the DC Superior Court. I think right now we have a total of 1 of them. But the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single case. So I'm told that we're going to begin getting the back file and we're going to add them going forward. So you'll see more of that going forward.
So I'm sorry, so you're going to start all the previous ones, you'll load on this.
Right. So it's going to require a little bit of back and forth with the court, which is somewhat out of our control. Going forward, I know we're going to get them, and then going back, we're going to attempt to add the collection as quickly as we can in cooperation with the DC Superior Court. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, next, this is true for Fastcase as it currently exists in Fastcase 7, which is that it is completely integrated with Cleo. If you use Cleo for practice management, you can sync your Fastcase and Cleo accounts. In the top right-hand corner, you'll see Sync to Cleo. You can do this with Fastcase today, by the way, as well. And it's actually a really great and powerful integration. If you want to record your time doing research in Fastcase, you can select the client and the matter inside of Fastcase as they're listed in Cleo. You don't have to manually type them in. That integration pulls them all into Fastcase. And you can start the timer, do your research. When you're done, stop. That time is automatically recorded into Cleo. And if there's cases that you like or statutes that you like, any document really that you like in Fastcase, part of the printing utility allows you to print it directly to Cleo. So you can save a document to your client and matter inside the Cleo system and use Cleo as a fully fledged document manager as well. You can also print it to your printer in PDF or Word in beautiful ways, but it also syncs seamlessly with Cleo. And you can jump back and forth. If you're inside Cleo, you can go to Fastcase. If you're inside Fastcase, you can record all of these things seamlessly into Cleo. This is an exclusive partnership. We're very excited about it. And Jack and his team have been great to work with. Yes, ma'am. The question is, do you have briefs? No, it's okay. The question kind of ties into the pleadings question as well. We don't currently, and stay tuned.
Because with Pacer, you were.
Do not utter the word Pacer in my presence. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not part of the lawsuit. I loved Pacer in 1994 when I came out. Right. I'm going to let it sit there. But no, I think you will see a lot more of that in Fastcase going forward. Yes, sir. I love legal research and I love search results, but text-based search results kind of lie, right? All of the search results look like the other ones. So some of these search results are dead bang winners, right? They're super important to our case. Some of them are complete garbage. They're a waste of our time. And in text-based search result, both of those look exactly the same. The only real way to know which ones are the winners or the losers is to read them all. And who has time for that? So what the interactive timeline does is it plots them all over time. You can see how your doctrine grows or shrinks over time. Every case is represented by a bubble. The size of the bubble tells you how many times that case has been cited. And there's a circle on the inside of it, a smaller one, that tells you how many times that case has been cited only by the other search results. Only by the other search results. So if you've got a set of search results that you really care about, what you want to know is which case they think is the winner, right? So this is the first tool that allows you really to see which are the winners, which are the losers. And this is the most important part. It's the only tool for legal research that tells you when to stop. Okay, you get 209 search results today. Do you read all 209? No, but how do you know when to stop reading? How do you know when you found everything that you're looking for? So with the visualization, you can look at the entire picture at once and say, oh my gosh, there are 9 cases that I care about and only 9 cases that I care about. And when I've read those 9, I will stop reading. That's like the most powerful thing in the world.
Can you bring that up again? I'm trying to figure out the concept of what you're.
Yeah, in fact, let me show it live after this. If you guys want to come by, I'll do this at the end of lunch, and I'll show it like instead of on a PowerPoint, like in the flesh.
You can click on that bubble and have just those 9 cases.
Yeah, and when you hover over it, you'll get like the name of the case and the most relevant paragraph and the citation analysis tools. So look, I'm a big geek, right? I'll be the first to say this. But the idea was to use math and science, like citation analysis and data visualization, concepts that are really hard, to make research easier, to make it simple and more visual, to understand it better. And that's what the interactive timeline does. So today, when you log into Fastcase, your search history is in the middle of the page, but it's kind of limited. In Fastcase 7, we have a new, more fully fledged search history. And you can see better what searches you ran and when you ran them. You can rerun that search, and it'll make a lot more sense. We've also redone the print queue, which allows you to see your past print jobs. If you printed something and lost it, you can actually reprint it. You can manage your print jobs a lot better. Instead of printing cases one at a time, you can print them in batches. And you guys know you get these clean dual column versions of cases. I'll show you that in a second. One feature I really like in Fastcase is called Bad Law Bot. This is our big data citator. We algorithmically figure out which cases have been overturned. And in Fastcase 7, we really build out that analysis more. So if you want to find out if your case is still good law, we'll show you all the cases that cite it. We'll build a similar timeline of cases that cite your case and cases that are cited by your case, and tell you how many cases we've identified that have negative treatment. And you get that all in one really easy to understand analytical dashboard. Another integration I'm really proud of is with Hein Online. With Hein Online, the publisher of every American print law review, they have collected all of them in digital format as well. When I say all of them, I mean every law review article ever published in America, right? You wrote a law school note in 1985, it's in Hein Online. And this is integrated with Fastcase. If you already have a Hein Online subscription, you can use that to get access to those in Fastcase for free. If you don't, you can pay by the SIP, right? So instead of having a full-blown subscription to Hein Online, you can get a one-day subscription for, I think, $29. And that entitles you to search for the whole day, get the articles that you want. We'll pull out the excerpts too, so you can see if it's a law review article that you want or not. If you want to subscribe on a monthly or annual basis, I think it's $59 a month or $5.59 a year. The most important thing to me is not that you subscribe or not. It is that you'll find more law review articles on Fastcase than you will on any other service. So more than twice the number that you'll find on Westlaw or LexisNexis. Yes, ma'am.
So you use your search techniques on Hein Online?
Yes.
That's awesome, because Hein Online search is really not great.
Yes, I will speak it softly. So the question was, do you get to use Fastcase's awesome search technology to search Hein Online articles? And the answer is yes.
And so it's just the Law Journal library, or is it the other library?
It's right now the Law Journal library, but soon it will be historic state statutes, acts, and attorney general opinions as well. For those of you who couldn't see that, that was a big thumbs up. I want to make sure I'm conveying it for the recording. All right, so we're outing the geeks in the room. Fastcase 7 also includes this great recommendation engine. So it's kind of like Amazon's, like people who liked this might also like that. Every time you run a search, we will search the library that you're looking for and give you very precise results for that library. But we'll also run searches against other libraries too to see if there's something they might be interested in that you would miss. So one tool we do this with is called Foresight. Foresight is like X-ray vision for your results. You search cases, we'll read all the cases and see what they cite, and see if there's any frequently cited cases that aren't in your search result list. One example, you search school desegregation, you'll get all these cases that cite Brown versus Board of Education. You know what you don't get? Brown versus Board of Education. Didn't use the word desegregation, right? Just wasn't the way you would use that term in 1954. So, you know, you do research, this is pretty common. You read the first 6, 8, 10 cases, and you'll see that case that keeps getting cited that you haven't seen yet, and you go back and pull it. Foresight gets it automatically. We'll just tell you, hey, you're about to miss something. And we know because we read all your search results. And we can see they all cite these 3 cases, so we'll suggest those outside of your search results. Sometimes your seminal case is from a different jurisdiction. You didn't search that jurisdiction. We're going to find it and pull it automatically. If you've ever spent like 5 or 6 hours trying to find that case, the ability to find it in like 30 seconds or 5 seconds or 0 seconds is pretty amazing. And now Fastcase 7 goes beyond that because we'll also search other jurisdictions. We'll search other collections. If there's a statute that's really important for the case law search that you ran, we'll pull the statute. If there's a law review article that synthesizes the issues you're talking about, we'll pull that law review article. We suggest them on the side. If you don't like it, you think it's spam, you can close it away. But usually there's very important stuff in there that you hadn't considered. And so you'll find really great results using that recommendation engine. Permission to be geeky again. I'm going to ask you because you've already outed yourself as a big geek.
You said we would pull the law review article even if you didn't sign up for Hive?
Yes. It won't, you can't see the law review article, but you can see the excerpt and decide if you want to buy it. Yes.
But you can ask me the geeky question.
All right, so I'm asking permission to be a little bit geeky again.
Yes.
Okay, so I read a lot on the web, and it hurts my eyes. And so our whole team said, gosh, wouldn't it be easier if we could build a more beautiful way of reading cases? And so we did. We invested a lot of time and effort to try to find the most beautiful and readable typefaces to use in Fastcase. And so now when you read a case in Fastcase, we have reset it to look like it's on the printed page. We use a font called Kepler, which is a font that was a typeface that was actually created for legal publishers because it was decided it was the easiest to read and the clearest. So we create this view that makes it just much easier to read cases inside of Fastcase. And when you print from Fastcase, you get these beautiful, clean, dual column printouts of the cases. Print them one at a time, print them a bunch at a time. We're happy either way. So the last thing I'll say today is that Fastcase is an agile software company, which means that there are exceptions, but for the most part, we are rolling out new features, new products, new libraries every month. You will literally see new stuff in Fastcase about every 30 days. And a lot of the things that we build are based on questions you ask in rooms like this, or suggestions from people who say, gosh, it would be great to have more administrative opinions in Fastcase, or pleadings or briefs. So we listen, because we have to come stand here in the room with you. And if you say, like we asked you a year ago, where are my administrative opinions? We'd like to be able to say, oh, we just included that. But so it will be new all the time. And I would just say, if you like Fastcase, be sure and tell the DC bar. If you don't like Fastcase, tell me. Don't tell Rochelle. But I can do something about it. A lot of the coolest stuff you see in Fastcase came from suggestions from people just like you. Don't self-censor. If there's stuff that you think would be cool, tell us. We will roll it in. Fastcase will be new all the time. That's my pledge to you. We're going to bust our butts 24/7, 365 to make this a better benefit for you and to make sure you get the full value of your free. So watch this space. Thanks very much.